Hello dear students, welcome to Neha's Maths Academy. In this video, let's study the concept of interest. Some important definitions related to interest are as given below. Principal, which is denoted by capital P. The sum of money which we borrow from banks or institutions is termed as principal. Rate of interest, capital R. This is the rate on which the extra money, what we pay for keeping or using of money, is calculated. It is in percent form always. Amount, capital A. Total money, what we return to the bank after end of period, is called amount. In other words, amount is the sum of principal and interest accrued on the principal. Time N. The period for which the money is lent or deposited or borrowed is called time. So these are the important concepts which are used in finding interest. There are two ways of calculating interest: simple interest and compound interest. Let's see what the simple interest is. If the interest is calculated on the original principal at any rate of interest for any period of time, then it is called simple interest. The formula for simple interest is given by capital I, that is simple interest, is equal to P into R into N upon 100, where P denotes the principal, N denotes time, R denotes the rate of interest percent per annum, and capital I denotes simple interest. Amount, capital A, is found by adding interest to the principal. This A is equal to capital P plus I. Just substitute the formula for I. It is P plus PRN upon 100, which is equal to P times 1 plus R into N upon 100. For example, find the simple interest on rupees 1250 for 2.5 years at 12% per annum. So we have given P, that is principal, rupees 1250, time, that is N, 2.5 years, that is equal to 5 by 2, and R, rate of interest, is 12%. Just use the formula capital I is equal to PRN upon 100, substitute all the values, and by simplifying this, we will get I is equal to 375. Therefore, simple interest is rupees 375. Next example. A sum of money borrowed on 26th March is repaid on 8th June in the same year. If the simple interest is rupees 75.75 at 7.5% per annum, find the sum borrowed. Let the sum borrowed be rupees P. And we have given interest is rupees 75.75 and rate of interest is 7.5% per annum. Let's calculate the period for which interest is charged. For month March, 5 days, April 30, May 31, June 7. So total 73 days. Means we have to calculate interest for 73 days. Now convert this days into year. So to convert this, divide by 365, that is number of days in a year. It is 1 upon 5 year. So N is 1 upon 5. Now just use the formula I is equal to PRN upon 100. Substitute the value of I, which is given to be 75.75. We have to calculate P into R is 1 upon 5 into N 7.5 upon 100. Now just simplify this and solve this for P. So P is equal to 5050. Therefore, the sum borrowed is rupees 5050. Next example. A sum of rupees 4800 amounted to rupees 6240 in a certain period. If the rate of simple interest is 12% per annum, find the period. Here we have given P rupees 4800, amount is rupees 6240, and rate of interest 12% per annum. We have to find the time period, that is n. Use the formula for A, that is, use the formula for amount, that is equal to P plus I, and the formula is P times 1 plus R n upon 100. Just substitute all the values. A is 6240 is equal to 4800 into 1 plus 12 n upon 100. Now simplify this equation and solve for n. By solving it for n, we will get n is equal to 5 upon 2. Therefore, the period is 2.5 years. Next example, find the simple interest on rupees 40,000 for 5 years at 12% per annum. Now, P is given, N is given, R is also given. Just use the formula and find the answer. Verify your answer. Answer is rupees 24,000. Next example, a sum of rupees 3,000 amount to rupees 3,960 at 8% per annum. Simple interest in a certain period. Find period. This example is of the same type which we have just seen. Write down the given values, use the formula for amount and find the answer. So the required answer is n is equal to 4. Next example. In what period of sum of rupees 10,000 will earn a simple interest of rupees 3,200 at 8% per annum? Pause the video and try to solve this example. P is 10,000, I is 3,200 and 8% per annum means R is 8. Find the value of P. Answer is 4 years. Verify your answer. Next example. Find the rate of interest at which principal of rupees 3,000 earns an interest of rupees 2,600 in 5 years. Here, all values are given. P is given, I is given, N is given, and we have to find the value of R. Just use the same formula and solve it for R. The solution is R is equal to 17.33%. You can verify your answer. Next is compound interest. When interest is added to the principal at the end of each period and the total so obtained is treated as the principal for the next period, then the interest so obtained is called as compound interest. Read this definition carefully. When interest is added to the principal at the end of each period and the total so obtained means total means principal plus interest of that period. The total is treated as principal for the next period or next installment. Then the interest so obtained is called as compound interest. For example, suppose Madan Lal starts a company by taking a loan of rupees 50,000 from a bank at 16% per annum. Bank charges interest quarterly. However, Madan Lal is unable to pay interest at the end of each quarter. Naturally, the bank will add the interest at the end of each quarter to the principal. Let us find how much Madan Lal has to pay towards interest at the end of first year. R is given to be 4% for each quarter because 16% per annum, so 4% for each quarter. There are 4 quarters in a year. So interest on rupees 50,000 for first quarter is rupees 2,000. 4% of 50,000 is 2,000. So principal for the second quarter will be 50,000 plus interest on the first quarter. It is total 52,000. Now find the interest on second quarter. That is interest on 52,000, 4% per quarter. So 4% of 52,000 is 2,080. Add this to this amount. So 52,000 plus 2,080, that is 54,080 is the principal amount for next quarter. And interest for third quarter is 4% of 54,080, that is 2163.2. Add it to the principal amount of third quarter. This will give us principal amount for fourth quarter, that is rupees 56,243.2. And interest for fourth quarter will be 4% of this amount. It is 2,249.72. So the total interest that Madan Lal has to pay is means addition of all the interests, 2000 plus 2080 plus 2163.2 plus 2249.72. That is equal to rupees 8492.2. If capital P is the principal and R is the rate of interest per annum and N is the period in years, then amount A at the end of n years is given by A is equal to P into 1 plus R upon 100 raised to N. Then the compound interest is given by CI, that is compound interest is equal to A, that is amount minus P, principal amount. So it is P into 1 plus R upon 100 raised to N minus P. Just take out P as common outside the bracket. So it is compound interest is equal to P times 1 plus R upon 100 raised to N minus 1. Note that the compound interest on given sum is greater than the simple interest on the same sum for the same period. It is convenient to find amount first, and compound interest is given by subtracting from the amount. The simple interest and compound interest for first year are same when interest is calculated annually. Example, find the compound interest on rupees 10,000 for 4 years at 5% per annum. We have given P 10,000, R 5 and N 4. Just substitute the values, we will get the answer. So it is A is equal to P into 1 plus R upon 100 raised to N. Substitute all the values. P is 10,000, R is 5 and N is 4. So by solving this equation, we will get 12,155 as amount. But remember, we have to calculate compound interest. So compound interest is A minus P, that is amount minus principal. So amount minus principal 12,155 minus 10,000 is rupees 2155. So our required answer is rupees 2155. Next example, find the rate % per annum at which a sum of money triples itself in 12 years. Means it is getting tripled, means 3 times of the original money. So let P be the sum which triples in 12 years at R % per annum. We have this formula, A is equal to P into 1 plus R upon 100 raised to N. So, see, if P is principal amount, the amount is, means after 12 years, amount will be 3 times principal amount, because in the question we have given the sum of money triples itself in 12 years. So it will be 3P, then R is as it is, as we have to find R % per annum, and N is given to be 12. Now, so PP will get cancelled. The equation will reduce to 3 is equal to 1 plus R upon 100 raised to 12. Now, by taking 12th root on both sides, we will get 3 raised to 1 by 12 is equal to 1 plus R upon 100. Now, solve this equation for R. We will get R is equal to 9.6. Therefore, required rate of interest is 9.6% per annum. Next example. The difference between the simple and compound interest on a certain sum of money for 4 years at 6% per annum is rupees 168.75. What is the sum? Here we have given R is equal to 6, N is equal to 4. Then difference between simple and compound interest is 168.75. So The formula for compound interest is P into 1 plus R upon 100 raised to n minus 1. Just substitute the value of R and n. Now, simple interest is PNR upon 100. Now, take difference of compound interest and simple interest. So, compound interest minus simple interest is P times 1 plus 6 upon 100 raised to 4 minus 1 minus 4 into 6 upon 100. So, it is 168.75, that is equal to P into 1.2625 minus 1 minus 0.24. Now, solve this for P. We will get P is equal to rupees 7500. That's what we had to find, principal amount, that is rupees 7500. Next example, a sum of money amounts to rupees 2812.16 in 3 years and rupees 3041.50 in 5 years. Find the sum and rate of interest. So we have given that sum of money amounts to, means amount is 2812.16 in 3 years. So amount after 3 years is denoted by A3 is equal to P into 1 plus R upon 100 raised to 3 is 2812.16, that is given. Similarly, second equation is amount after 5 years, A5 is equal to P into 1 plus R upon 100 raised to 5, that is equal to 3041.50. Now, from these two equations, we have to find values of P and R. So just think, how can we solve these equations such that we will get values of P and R? If we subtract these two equations, then both variables will remain and we will be unable to find values of P or R. So we will divide these two equations. So after dividing these two equations, one of the two variables will vanish and we can find the value of other variable R. So P get cancelled. We will be remaining with the equation 1.0815 is equal to 1 plus R upon 100 raised to 2. Now, by just taking square roots on both sides, we will get 1.0399 is equal to 1 plus R upon 100. Now, solve this equation for R. We will get the value of R to be approximately 4. That is, rate of interest is 4%. Now, just substitute the value of R in the given equation. We will get P into 1 plus R, 1 plus 4 upon 100 raised to 3 is equal to 2812.16. Solve this equation for P. So, our value of P is 2500. So, by solving that two equations simultaneously, we get principal amount to be rupees 2500 and rate of interest 4%. Next example, find the difference between compound interest and simple interest on rupees 500 for 2 years at 10% per annum. We have given P to be 500, N is 2 and R is 100. Just correct this, N is given to be 2. It is not question mark. It should be 2. Let us first find simple interest. Simple interest is PNR upon 100. Just substitute all the values. We will get simple interest as rupees 100. To find compound interest, first we need to find amount. So the formula for amount is P into 1 plus R upon 100 raised to N. Substitute all the values. By substituting all the values, we get A is equal to rupees 605. Therefore, compound interest is A minus P, 605 minus 500, that is 105. So the difference between compound interest and simple interest is 105 minus 100, that is equal to rupees 5.